Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the Marianas, a moment of reflection.
Also tonight, new strategies for a renewed local economy.
And a school visit to KSPN2 Studios, a child's peek behind the curtain.
And in sports, the Rota Marathon, a challenging but beautiful course for locals and visitors alike.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Opportunity is calling at Docomo Pacific. In partnership with the Workforce Investment Agency, join us for our job fair on Sunday, January 26 from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Gualarai retail store. We're hiring 40 call center employees to join our Better Together family. Just bring your updated resume and photo ID to jumpstart your career. For more details, visit our social media pages. Docomo Pacific, Better Together.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on Your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on January 20 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Today is Martin Luther King Day in the CNMI. Schools and government offices are closed. And in a time when the term diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, has become juggled like a political hand grenade, it is important to recognize that it's only 55 years since the enactment of the Voting Rights Act. We are only a blink of time away from when the United States South was segregated, where blacks and whites could not go to school together, eat together, reside together, or ride in the same section of a city bus. The flags are flying at half-mast today at American Memorial Park in recognition of the passing of former president and philanthropist Jimmy Carter. It is fitting, however, that it is flying at half-mast on a day of celebration for the spirit of another man left behind. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, MLK, was born on January 15, 1929, into the segregated southern state of Georgia. He grew to become a Baptist pastor and in 1957, the president of the Southern Christian Leadership Council. While drawing on inspiration from the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi, he led the struggle to achieve equality for African American citizens through active participation in nonviolent protest. In 1963, during the March on Washington, 250,000 people gathered at the National Mall to bear witness to one of MLK's greatest speeches.
I have a dream.
In 1964, MLK won the Nobel Peace Prize. In 1965, after the dramatic march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, the Voting Rights Act was finally passed, ending Jim Crow laws in the South that limited minority access to the voting booth. He continued to speak for economic justice for all people before being assassinated in 1968. Today is a day off from school, a day off from labor, but we must take a moment of reflection to recognize not just the man, but the dream that he had for us.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream that one day, even in the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. If America is to be great a nation, this must become true.
So let freedom ring from the hilltops of New Hampshire, and let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. When we let it ring from every tenement and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last.
Free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Local public figures speak on the closure of an iconic establishment. Last week, employees from DFS say they have been told that the company is planning to close. Small businesses and big-name shops alike have been battling the uphill climb of the standstill in tourism from the pandemic. Marianas Visitors Authority Chairwoman Gloria Kavanaugh says the reality of the matter is evident.
Oh, well, no, it's going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
But
I
what's
believe it's
going to replace it?
Nothing right now. And that's the scary part of it.
Yeah.
Nothing right now. You know, the timing, that's their internal thing. Eventually, you know, they will let that out when they're ready to let it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I believe this time it's not a rumor that it actually is going to happen.
Right.
You know, and it's sad because that's a real tough one. You know, it dwindles down what we have to offer as a destination.
DFS has been a part of the Saipan retail experience for over 40 years. In 2013, the company rebranded DFS Galleria to T Galleria, and they remained open post-pandemic, doing what they could to cut expenses, opening the stores for limited hours, using extra space to launch a cultural experience. With economic development, Kiyoshi Cody remembers the circumstances throughout the history of the CNMI and seeks resolutions for the transition.
Yeah, so that's very unfortunate, you know, especially on the private sector side. You know, it's always our goal to help, you know, promote and foster growth and, you know, just help them succeed. So we understand under the circumstances right now that we're in, you know, it's definitely an unfortunate adverse effect. It would be, I think it would be fruitful to maybe, you know, talk to management just to see what exactly could be done to help them maybe, you know, kind of, I don't want to say limp along, but see what we can do to kind of help them weather the economic, you know, state that we have right now. Just like a lot of the economic cycles we had through the garment factory days, our ties to Japanese tourism, where, you know, we kind of saw the ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys, and we still kind of got through it, you know, through the good times and bad. So if there's something that, you know, an iconic company like DFS, you know, and the CNMI can do to kind of just help us, you know, get through together, you know, we'd love to sit down and maybe have that discussion before it.
While Saipan continues to struggle with troubling economic news, there are more than a few groups of entrepreneurs dreaming up possibilities for CNMI financial recovery. One of them meets on a weekday evening in American Memorial Park. The Trade Council of the Marianas is a nonprofit established to act as a chamber of commerce, created to attract and assist outside investment in the CNMI. Vin Armani.
So an economic engine, in short, is the means by which, to make it real easy, you take money that's outside of your country and you turn it into money that's inside your country. But the key is, what is the engine that takes it from outside and brings it inside? And so we have two, obviously, right now. Tourism is one, right? Tourists earn their money outside, and they get on a plane with their money or with their credit card, and they come here and they turn that into money inside CNMI. Right? So that's our first economic engine. Our second economic engine is grants. So it's the money that's coming mostly from the federal government outside the country, and it's coming inside the country.
Their claim is that there is the possibility of a third economic engine and that sovereignty is the CNMI's greatest resource. The very existence of our covenant guarantees us a level of independence from the United States tax system.
So we have control of corporate tax rates in a way that is really unheard of. In all of these other domiciles, they really don't have the capability to do what we have with two programs. The qualifying certificate program, and we actually have folks in here from companies that have a qualifying certificate. I think we know about that. We know how that works. And the free trade zone license.
The NMI Free Trade Zone Act of 2000 encourages establishment of new business on the CNMI by controlling the tax rates they are offered as long as those businesses do not harm the environment or the tourism industry.
Illustrative examples of such types of desirable business activities would be production of computer hardware and software, licensing and distribution of intellectual property. This goes back to California. Both of those are intellectual property. Entertainment, right, it's copyrights, and the technology companies is patents. So they were saying that. Computer programming services, that's what I did, computer software development. Database storage and retrieval, financial and trade-related services.
According to the Trade Council, there is currently one unused free trade zone currently near the Saipan airport, but more can be created with the establishment of this Trade Council of the Marianas. And this meeting was created to help attract Saipan business and government leaders to join the council. Paul Zach, a business consultant, says that the establishment of tax-free zones could attract more businesses, but
so the idea is, how do you bring in people from offside the reef here and tax them here? What difference does it make how much money you make? Your problem is that once you pay the taxes here, it's your money. When you revert it back to wherever you're from, you have to pay taxes again. That's where this whole thing about the sovereignty, where's the double taxation come in? What I'm giving you is a low tax jurisdiction. Not zero taxes. What he listed up there, the companies that he gets, there are 16 companies in the world that have zero tax, okay? Right. But it ranges anywhere from Barbados at 5% up to Ireland at 12.5%. Singapore is 17%. Hong Kong is 15%. Well, he says, well, let's beat them. Let's give them a low tax rate, but everybody gets it.
Coming up, American Memorial parking lot cleans up real good.
And KSPN2 Studios invites visiting exchange students to explore the 5 W's of reporting. Come on back. Nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee.
Opportunity is calling at Docomo Pacific. In partnership with the Workforce Investment Agency, join us for our job fair on Sunday, January 26 from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Gualarai retail store. We're hiring 40 call center employees to join our Better Together family. Just bring your updated resume and photo ID to jumpstart your career. For more details, visit our social media pages. Docomo Pacific, Better Together.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Let's work as one community. Let's share the responsibility for our future generations. Let's take pride in our island's image. Let's beat the blights. Zoning is here to help. We've activated the posting of properties and the issuances of notices to abate in the following priority areas: properties within view of tourist sites, properties within 300 feet of schools, daycares, and playgrounds, and properties on major thoroughfares. So, what does this mean for you? Improve or remove unsafe, abandoned, and dilapidated structures. Remove junk vehicles and appliances. Clean up overgrown vegetation. Together, we can make our neighborhoods better. This is our island, and we all have a part to play. Zoning is conducting educational outreach meetings. Come join us to learn more about the Nuisance Abatement and Blighted Property Maintenance Act of 2018. Join in and help us out, just like these property owners are beginning to do. Let's work together to improve our island's quality of life. Together, we can do it. At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
So this is how it started, and then we struggled a little bit, and this is how it ended. Yeah, at the Rota Marathon.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
What place did you finish?
Overall 27 in the 5K.
Right. Oh.
Ew.
I'll never do that.
Welcome back, CNMI, and thanks for tuning in.
Today at American Memorial Park, in honor of Martin Luther King Jr., on a day off from school and work, volunteers assembled to give something back to their community. Brooke Nevitt, National Park Service.
Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it's a day of service. We like to say a day on, not a day off, and so we've recruited volunteers from schools, from the community, to come out and help us beautify and paint our parking lot.
And what does Martin Luther King have to do with all of this?
Martin Luther King gave so much to our country and demonstrated service to his community and to the country, and so we're following his example and providing service to our community.
In the heat of the morning, students and adults together decide to give of their efforts to improve their environment by repainting the lines in the Memorial Park parking lot.
We have kids from all different schools, volunteers, they're here, and we also have some parents and some other community members that have come out to help.
He means as an example to represent what it means to take the first step to make a change. He's a representation of all those African Americans and people in general that have been fighting for this movement for such a long time.
15 exchange students from Korea visit the KSPN2 studios to learn about how to make American television news.
Hello, my name is Hayun.
I'm Jong은.
We are the Channel 2 News. 15 young students from Korea visit the KSPN2 studios to learn about how to make the news.
During their month-long experience on Saipan, teacher Sarah Lee likes to give students experiences they may not have had the opportunity to explore at home.
These are exchange students in Mount Carmel School, SDA School, SIS School.
It is our pleasure to open our doors to such curious faces.
The news is simply telling the story of what happened today for the world to see. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have you tell your story of the day, and we're going to put it on the news.
The students range in age from 10 to 15 years old and have just begun to experience Saipan. They've already been swimming.
It's very cold, but their water is very clear, and they have many fish.
And in their exchange schools, the style of instruction is quite different.
In Saipan, in our school, they learn with group in class.
While in Korea, apparently, there is more one-on-one instruction. Well, here at School KSPN today, we only do group instruction. We invite the students in and show them the wall of anchors, including super slim versions of Brad Rizala, Tina Sablan, and Chris Nelson. We then move into the writer's room, where we begin the process of writing our news story.
When you do news, what are the first questions that you need to know? There's called who, what, when, where, and why, the 5 W's. 15 young students from Seoul, Korea.
We begin to write the story and hearken back to one quote a student made earlier.
We have been swimming, and there are lots of interesting fish in the clear water.
After we have finished writing the story, we move into the evening news recording studio. We must decide who will become the story's anchor. We choose the best English speakers. The class then retreats to the writer's room, where they watch the anchors give their report.
15 young students from Korea visit the KSPN2 studios to learn about how to make the news.
Perfect.
Wow.
And as the students politely leave our studios and travel on to their next Saipan destination, Sarah Lee and her students say goodbye to KSPN.
KSPN!
Yes!
Yeah!
My new friend, Hyun Choi.
I learned about how to make news, and when we do news, we need to speak a loud voice.
We say goodbye to everyone. We have more news to make, and so do they.
These are exchange students in Mount Carmel School, SDA School, SIS School, and they don't know what they're going to eat.
In SIS, there is a menu. There is chicken and rice, but it was raw.
But they have been swimming, and these are lots of interesting fish in the clear water.
They said they will eat them.
And perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. Perfect.
Oh.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Coming up in sports, at the Rota Marathon, have you ever seen an Egbert run? Apparently there are a slew of them, and they're really fast. When we return.
A new international brand is coming soon, but why wait? Escape to paradise today at Marianas Beach Resort on Saipan. For just $99 for two, enjoy an ocean view room with stunning views of the crystal clear waters. Relax by the swimming pools, dip your toes in the sand, and unwind with exclusive offers on breakfast and happy hour. Whether you're here for romance or relaxation, Marianas Beach Resort is the perfect getaway. Special rates are for CNMI and Guam residents. Some restrictions apply, but not many. Call 670-234-1234 and book your escape today.
Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Dreams since like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I've been gone, I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! Marathoners test their resilience in the Friendly Island. The 2025 second annual Rota Marathon kicked off with check-in and distribution of shirts and race bibs on Friday afternoon. Marathon first-timers are ready with their gear.
I'll be doing the full marathon, number 011. This is my first time doing it. Kind of nervous, but I think it's a good way to start a new year. When I was young, I always wanted to do a full marathon, so yeah, it's bucket listing.
Do you have a goal of like what time you want to finish?
A goal? No, I do not. I think what matters is that I get to the finish line, so yeah.
Yes, I got number 75. I'm in the 5K run, so this is going to be my first marathon run in Rota. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about it.
So what are you going to do to get to the finish line?
Keep moving forward.
MVA Community Projects Coordinator says they are continuing the traditional tree planting ceremony that was started in the first year.
The tree planting is sort of like a partnership with the mayor's office, and also to share it with the visitors that are joining the event. And we did it last year, and we had a couple of visitors planted a tree, just for like a memory that they did something here on the island of Rota.
The tree planting is also in partnership with Pacific Coastal and Resource Project in their Adopt a Tree program.
So the trees that you guys will be planting today is the Heritiera longipetiolata. A little bit of history of these three here. They are part of the endangered species plants on Rota. Currently in the threatened list, and right now we only have one wild tree here on Rota.
The trees are planted and carefully protected. Runners are registered and have their gear. Early Saturday morning, the sun is not out yet. Athletes stretch and prep for their distance run. Mr. Jiang is known for running last year's marathon barefoot. He plans to do the same this year.
Actually, I got a knee, right knee is not really good. So if I wear shoes, unbalanced. So I just take off shoes, run barefoot, looks like everything okay. Almost 20 years. And then I did so many full marathon, and so play tennis, pickleball, whatever. Barefoot, it's like free. Also, they said injury free. That's one I really experienced in my last 20 years.
Rota native, now living in Saipan, is on island and ready to take on the race.
Oh, I've been running for maybe like 20 years, 25 years and more. But not only running, I bike and swim, so it's good. Just to do body tuning and challenging myself, you know, in this age. So I think I'm gonna have fun today.
Flying in from Guam, Cambry and Paler say their mom is a running coach.
Well, we've been planning to come here because my mom thought it was a good deal for the charter flights, and so we decided it would be fun to come and run. Yeah, and we thought it would be fun. We got it as a Christmas gift, actually, to come here and to challenge ourselves.
Little words of advice from the young runners.
I would just say to push yourself. There's always a good outcome at the beginning with however well you do. And yeah, just come out and push yourself. And if you give 100%, then you'll get out 100%.
Start time is closing in. The countdown begins.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck and be safe. See you later.
And they're off. The grueling distance, physical exhaustion, and mental challenges of a marathon demand unwavering perseverance.
We made it!
Several athletes from Korea flew in to join in on the run. The conditions were challenging.
Maybe I'm 11th or 12th, something. But this is not easy course because there's a lot of uphill and then high humidity and a little bit higher temperature. So that's why I think this condition is not very easy compared to Korea competition. But I love this kind of because I can take a look at a lot of natural resources. So I love it.
A dive shop owner and star Marianas pilot are longtime residents of Rota. It's their second time running the Rota Marathon.
Everybody, teenager, but we try our best to do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Are you guys originally runners?
No, I'm swimmer.
Oh, she's what is that? World Cup swimmer.
No, swimmer.
Secret? I'm a runner.
No secret. The swimmer.
Marathon runners encounter obstacles throughout the race, but it is their ability to adapt, push through pain barriers, and remain focused on the goal that sets them apart. The event concluded with an awards ceremony. The following first, second, and third place runners were awarded a plaque and cash prize. 5K Men's Division, Victor Neil Santos, Jun Shimada, and Peter John White. 5K Women's Division, Paler Egbert, Cambry Egbert, and Megumi Shimada. Half Marathon Men's Division, Victor Nash Santos, Eldon Egbert, and Michael Owen. Half Marathon Women's Division, Lily Muldoon, Heather Brooke, and Shauna Brenfleck. Full Marathon Men's Division, James Munnis, Damon Jensen, and Yishi Lau. Full Marathon Women's Division, Krista Hawley, Aspen Egbert, and Ann Bang. Engaged couple James and Krista both won first place in their division for the full marathon.
Friendly village, friendly island, not so friendly marathon.
It was beautiful, actually very beautiful, but very hard course. This was my first, full road
on the
marathon.
road, which is.
I like trail running a little bit better.
Trailing, yeah, a little more distractions and stuff, whereas on the road it's a lot more up in your head type stuff.
Yeah.
But it was absolutely beautiful.
Very
And,
scenic.
and sun rising was beautiful on the course. Fruit bats, everything. It was great.
MVA Deputy Managing Director says the 2025 Rota Marathon was a success.
This is one of our newest signature events. We had it last year, and we have it scheduled during President's Weekend. So from today's race, we had 147 registrants from Korea, Saipan, Guam, and also our Rota community joined us in this race. So we're very, very happy with the turnout. It shows that there is potential for growth, and we look forward to hosting next year's event.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, mostly delightful with east breezes at 25 miles per hour and only a 20% chance of isolated showers. Low temperatures near 77 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, CNMI, partly cloudy, mostly sunny with a 20% chance of isolated showers. High temperatures of around 85 degrees and lows around 77. The sun has set tonight at 6:09 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow at 6:47 a.m., signaling the roosters to crow their morning alarms, rousting us awake and back to work. And I will see you in the water and on the job.
That's news, sports, and weather. Thanks for joining us, CNMI.
We will see you again on Wednesday evening.